about it. Welcome. That's what we are talking about tonight. Welcome, welcome. Share this with your friend. How are you? Happy Friday. It's your Friday coming. I just thought to pop in. Let's talk about investing. Let us talk about investing. You've wanted to invest, you don't know how to go about it. This is for you. Welcome here. Welcome, welcome. And share the live. Share the live. Let your friend know. Let them know we are here. We are live. Let them come learn how to invest. And for everyone that sent me a DM and that I haven't responded to, I'll get to it. It's just been a busy day. So welcome, Q Junior. Welcome. So if you want to start investing, this is about beginner investing. How you want to get invested? How can you invest the easy way, the smart way? That is what we are talking about tonight. So you've ever wanted to invest, you don't know how to go about it, or you are simply afraid, you are too scared to invest because you don't want to lose your money into the stock market. Valid fear, but these are strategies that you're going to use to do it without losing your money. So welcome, welcome here. Share it with your friend, and you're just meeting me. I'm Dr. Lina. I'm Doctor of Business and Technology, and the I help the night you turn your 9 to 5 into real wealth. So welcome here tonight. How are you all doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. And we'll keep showing up, right? We'll keep showing kicks. Heaven will welcome. And every other person that is joining tonight. If you've been wanting to invest, you know, understanding that if all that you do is you save your money or you use your money on depreciating lifestyle liability, you realize that you're not growing your wealth. How do you grow your wealth? Use two things that you need to do. You save and you invest. If you save alone, you have safety, right? Safety, right? But you never grow your wealth. You're just saving it. And when you save, inflation is eating it away. What does that mean? Inflation takes about 3 to 3.5% every single year. It means that if you put your money in the bank, we are receiving 0.01%, but you are losing 3.3 to 3.5%. So what should you do? How do you invest? Understanding their risk when it comes to investing. That's what we want to talk about, the fine line. So welcome. And if you are just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm Doctor of Business and Technology, and I help professionals turn their 9 to 5, income from your 9 to 5 into real wealth. Okay, because when you move from the being an earner to the ownership status, that is how you build wealth. So welcome here. Talking about investing. Hey, sister, why can't we hear you at all, sister? Why your voice is so small? Why? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you need to turn up your volume, right? Turn up your volume, right? And you would hear me, okay? Turn up your volume, increase the volume, and you would hear me perfectly well, all right? How are you doing today? And I also turn on my volume. And if you haven't subscribed, do that, right? It doesn't cost you anything, but guess what? You have a lot of things to gain. And tonight is about investing. And if you're just seeing me for the first time, I am Dr. Lina. I'm Doctor of Business and Technology. Make your voice big, please. Sister, hey. I can't go beyond this, right? I can't go beyond this. I think you need to turn up the volume on your phone or your TV, and you will hear me perfectly well. Okay, brother? You okay? Awesome. So welcome here. If you've been trying to invest but you don't know where to get started, this is for you, right? You're too scared to invest. This is for you. You've lost money in the market. This is for you because this strategy, it's about long-term investing. It's about how you invest safely, understanding that you just put your money in the market, in the savings account, you're losing it to inflation. But if you invest it, you're growing it. But you can also, but with investing also comes the risk. Okay. Yeah. Hey, David, where are you connecting from? Where are you connecting from? How are you? Where are you connecting from? And if you haven't subscribed, David, do that. I believe you can hear that. Okay. Do that. All right. Welcome here. We're talking about investing. Invite your friends and family because it's about to go down. If you've been trying to invest, you don't know how to get started. It is something called a strategy called smart investing. That is how you invest, right? Without you losing your money. That's how you invest without you losing your money. Okay. So welcome here. Happy Friday. How's your Friday coming? Can you imagine? It's already the end of April and we are getting into May. How are we doing with those goals? All those new year, new me. Guess what? It's almost already summer, right? It's almost already summer. And all of those your goals, you need to start focusing on it so that you can get it done. Subscribe if you haven't. Try to get to 20 subscriber every single day. Okay. David, you are just trolling right now. I know you can hear me, right? I know you can definitely hear me, but it's okay. Turn up the volume on your phone and you hear me perfectly. Subscribe if you haven't. We try to get to 20 subscriber every day. And on TikTok, on the other side, we try to get to 10,000 taps within the first 10 minutes, get to 20 followers at least on every live. So welcome. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm Doctor of Business and Technology, and I help professionals turn their 9 to 5 into real wealth. Understanding that if all you do with your income is two things, pay bills and you just save. That's what you do, right? Pay bills and you just save. What you see is that you continue to work until to pay the to afford that lifestyle, to pay for those depreciating assets, right? Liabilities. That's what you do, because liabilities take money from you. It takes money from you. But how do you grow your money? How do you grow your money? What you do to grow your money is basically one thing. Whenever you get that your income, look at it. Don't do this directly to lifestyle. Take your income, put some of it towards lifestyle, your bills, right? Your bills. No, how are you? Then you take some of it, you put it towards appreciating asset, right? Sab silent. Hello, how are you? Connect, subscribe if you haven't, as well. And if you are just meeting me, welcome. It's just about investing, okay? Yeah, awesome. All are welcome. All of you, welcome. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for subscribing if you haven't. All right. So, having said that, so you start with your income. It starts with your income. Be grateful. Welcome. Kiku, welcome. Bossede, welcome. Nerenet, welcome all of you. But we're talking about investing tonight. That's what we're talking about. How do you do that? How do you invest without losing your money? Understanding that if all that you do is to save your money, or all that you do is you use your money on depreciating lifestyle liability. What is a depreciating lifestyle liability? Anything that takes money from your pocket, all those bills, it doesn't put money in your pocket. All those purchases, that things that you buy that you don't need. Sizwe, thank you so much for the follow. If you keep doing that, you will continue to fund that lifestyle, but you will not grow wealth, right? And you will not be able to buy back your time. So how then do you do it? Buying back your time without losing your money into investing. It is something called smart investing, and that is what I talk about. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's something that is known to everybody, but it's just that a lot of people do not utilize it because they feel that it is too simple to help you build wealth. But it is what the multimillionaires and the billionaires get to use in terms of growing their wealth. All right. So and that's what we're going to be talking about right now. Nick, welcome here. Subscribe and you will be able to know what we do right here. Okay, you're asking the question, how to you will able to know that. Okay, so the first thing is first that you do is you take your money, you put some of it towards appreciating, you put some of it to pay your bills. What are your bills? Like your groceries, your rent, your house, your rent or your mortgage, your utilities, and basically your transportation. Those are the basic needs of life. Anything outside of that, those are not, those are wants. You want to focus on your basic needs. That's it. Now, once you take care of that, the other thing that you do is that you take some of your money, you put it towards appreciating cash flowing assets. What is that? It's called ACA, appreciating cash flowing asset. Dr. F, welcome. And Oluwasegun, welcome. Perry, welcome as well. So what do you do, right? So what are appreciating cash flowing assets? Appreciating cash flowing assets are anything that puts money into your pocket. So you put your money into it, it puts money in your pocket. So these are things that are called assets, right? Assets that cash flow, not just ordinary assets. asset that cash flow. So example of asset would be buildings, like you real estate asset. Example of asset would be you investing in the stock market, right? But in the stock market, those are example of asset. Because another example of asset is businesses. You put your money in businesses, it returns money in your pocket. Basically, that's what it does. And that is how you can grow your money. Think about it. You put $10,000 or you put $1,000, it becomes 1,200, right? And let's keep tapping out the life. Thank you all for tapping out the life. I was just reminded, thank you all for lovely. Thank you. Really appreciate you tapping out the life and sticking around. Thank you all for the follow. So basically, you take some of your money, you put it in asset. And I gave an example of 3 example of assets. The major one that is very popular, available to middle class, available to the 1% of this 1%. The number 3, the 3 ones, as the first one is, you talk about ETFs, we talk about investment in the stock market. Then we also talk, the second one will be real estate, and of course the third one is going to be businesses. And these are the 3 pillars that I focus on here. Not a get rich quick scheme, but something that is going to help you grow wealth consistently. When you're talking about generational wealth, this is what helps you to grow generational wealth. Those 3 pillars, right? So that is why you want to, and that's how you can move from being an earner, earning an income, to become an owner, right? Because that's where you want to be. Becoming an owner, or when you become, hey, good evening, and it's really nice to meet you. When you become an owner, that is where you can start enjoying certain benefits. What are those benefits that I talk about? Those benefits that I talk about will be like tax benefits, how you can reduce your taxes. Because if all that you do, believe me or not, the middle class pays the highest level of taxes in the United States and in most countries. How then do you reduce their taxes? Or how does the multimillionaires or the ultra wealthy, how do they reduce their taxes? It's because of one thing, because of ownership. Ownership, right? That is how they reduce their taxes. If you are earning and you're all you are doing is you are just taking, when I mean earning, regardless of how much you earn, you're a medical doctor, you are a law practitioner or whatever, legal practitioner, you are earning 800,000, earning 500,000, you are still a earner because you're trading your time for money. If you are not there, you do not make money. It's only when you are there that is when you make money. That is you trading your time for money. But how then do you now build your wealth? The only way you can and enjoy certain things like tax benefits and all of that, it's when you move from the earners category to the owners category. Okay, earners to owners. So how do you move from being an earner to an owner without you leaving your 9 to 5, right? Without you leaving your 9 to 5, there are ways you can do it. Why you abuse it? Because you need your 9 to 5, you need that income, that earning for a certain number of years to be able to invest, right? To be able to invest in those 3 things that I talked about. Like you have your, investing in the stock market, investing in real estate, or investing in businesses. All of those 3, I call it the 3 because they are basically ways for you to actually build wealth the right way. All right. So having said that, let's start with the first one that is pretty popular. Very, is very passive. It is easy entry. You don't require a lot of money. You can start as little as $1. The only thing that you need is consistency, putting your mind at it, doing it over and over again, and then staying long enough right there. Not just saying that I want something quick and you are there, right there. What is that thing? It is called investing in the stock market. However, of course, everybody knows investing in the stock market. The investing in the stock market, you can lose money. Like I did lose close to like 100,000 in 6 years ago. And that is when I realized that, okay, yeah, well, everybody keeps saying investing. Okay, but then how come I'm losing money? How come people? Then I realized that yes, there is a risk when it comes to investing. But then that is where I came about. I did my research and I came about something called smart investing, or I call smart investing, because I did, and the investing that I did, I lost my money, was basically penny stock, day trading, and options trading. And girl, or boys, or whatever, I lost a ton of money close to 100,000 what I lost. A friend of mine lost 50,000, right, into options trading, Tesla options trading in less than a week. 1 week was what it took to lose close to somebody's six-figure income, half a year, right, of working. Lost it in 1 week. And that's when I figured that, okay, you know what? There has to be a better way, right? Not investing at all. I'm losing money to inflation, right? 3 to 3.5%. Right now it's at 3.3%. It means that I'm losing my money even if it sits in the bank, right? So I already know that not investing at all is not an option. But then investing and losing money is also not an option, right? Which is what I did. And what did I now do, right? What is that fine thin line? It's called smart investing. It's not going to double your money at this almost immediately. It doesn't, it grows quietly, but then compounding does the job over the time, right? But you are not losing your principal, your money is growing. But the thing about it is that the multimillionaires and the billionaires, they use that strategy because they are not after the get rich quick scheme. They are not after all those gambling that we call, we call all of those, you don't know anything about stock. You put your money into it. That's how you lose money. That's how you lose money because you don't know. You did not do your research. You didn't do anything. That is a form of gambling because you just assume that this stock is going to go up. What is the basis of it going up? You don't know. You buy a penny stock, you think that, oh, it's going to become $100 tomorrow. Based off of what? You don't know. That is gambling. That is you. And that's exactly what I do. And trust me, a lot of people are doing that in the stock market. Options trading, on the other hand, is, oh, you know what? You are betting against that the stock is going to go up. If it goes up, you get money. And you bet against that the stock is going to go down. If it goes down, you make money. Alfred, welcome. Maya, welcome. Sky, welcome. And every other person that just joined through, welcome. Subscribe if you have not. And we also, whenever you join, always tap. I always ask one thing: can you tap it up to $10,000 with 10,000 likes within the first 10 minutes? So let's tap it out. I know we can do it, and I really appreciate you doing that because it pushes us to the FYP on the TikTok side. Awesome. Let's keep tapping it out while we are all locked in. Thank you so much for doing that. So if you want to start investing, the smart investing way is one thing. It's simple, it's easy, right? But a lot of people always think that because it's easy, they always know that, oh, okay, you know what, this is not going to work. This is, because they always think that it has to be very difficult to invest. You have to work hard. It cannot be this easy. But I tell you, it is an easy strategy, right? So if you haven't heard about, or you have heard about it, if you've heard about it, tacos, welcome. I don't know what that is. The basic thing is it is called something called ETF. Simple as ABC. You probably it's not going to be new to you if you are an intermediate investor. But for a beginner investor, it's probably new to you. ETF, what is ETF or index funds? By the way, ETF, or if you go on Google right now and you search, where does the multimillionaires, iPad 212, welcome again, right? Where does the multimillionaires and the billionaires put their money? You will see number one will be index funds or ETF. Number two would be real estate. Then you have businesses. Those are always in their portfolio. They would have all of this in there because they do diversification. Thank you so much for the daily admin. They always do diversification. Why do they do diversification? Because diversification helps you to hedge against risk, right? It helps you to hedge against risk. There is always risk in investing, but there is also risk in not investing, right? You put it in savings account, you are losing money to inflation. Hola, how are you? Welcome. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and that is for the YT community. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. On the TikTok, we are doing 10,000 likes within the first 10 minutes. So really appreciate you letting us having that goal. I'm a winner. I am a winner too. We are all winners. And that is why we're talking about investing tonight. All right. And feel free, if you have questions, feel free to jump up as a panel on the TT side. If you have any specific question you want to come on, I'm going to subscribe to your channel right now. Hey, thank you so far. Why not? And everyone that is here, you don't have any reason why you should not subscribe, because I give you quality information that's going to help you build wealth the right way, the right order, right? All of those mistakes, I keep it as simple. And this is, like I said, this is not get rich quick scheme. This is an avenue that you build money in a steady state, and of course you're going to get it right there, and you get it right there. That is what it, and you can teach your children, build generational wealth through that means. Okay, thank you for the Go Popular Pack 2 wanting you do this always, and that really helps this community to get to the FYP. Thank you so much for the love on the YT side, on the YouTube side. Thank you so much for doing that. For all of you subscribing right now, for all of you sharing the love. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Awesome. So I've been that's what we're saying. So basically it's called smart investing. Easy. ETF. What are ETF as a beginner investor? What are ETF? It's just exchange traded funds, right? ETF, exchange traded funds, right? Thank you so much for the roses and helping us to achieve the first target for the day. ETF. Hey, Alfred, thank you so much for the daily at me, right? Daily at me is right there. You find it is 1 cent right there. It just helps here to show that you are a fan, you're enjoying what we're doing here. And when you tap out the live, it just pushes us to the FYP. So smart investing is what is called ETF, the way the ultra wealthy, the millionaires and the billionaires do. So if you have ever heard about Warren Buffett, that's his strategy. Warren Buffett is what 1.6 billion dollars, is the owner of Berkshire Hathaway, and you can go and Google it. That is the strategy. But a lot of times, this is the strategy that multimillionaires uses. But a lot of middle class, they do not want to use that because they want something quick right now. But they always forget that the slow, not slow, the steady always wins the race. The steady, a lot of time people want marathon. You want the money right now. You want it doubled. And that's where people lose money. They give people money to invest on their behalf, and then people scam them. But you do it yourself. Just simply buy ETF. What is ETF? ETF is, just simply put, a basket of stocks. So just think about it. If you have been investing, it's buying one stock versus buying multiple stocks. So you're buying something worth stock of $1, right? Or one, whatever your currency is. We are buying $1. Whenever you invest in one, you invest, or you do that buy, right? You are buying one stock, which is the one that is pretty popular, that everybody wants to do, right? They want to pick and choose. Oh, which one is the next biggest stock? Which one is the next Nvidia? Which one is the next Google that I can get onto right now, so that my money will become, my $1 becomes $5,000 in 3 days, right? That's what people are always looking for. But no, what you're supposed to do is buy a basket of fund. Why should you buy a basket of fund versus individual stock? The reason why you should buy a basket of fund is diversification, is spreading of risk. That is the thin line between you losing your money in savings. That's the thin line between safety and losing, right? Safety and losing, because that's just that thin line, right? Because you are invested in the stock market, you have you're not just investing in one stock. I'm new to YouTube channel and I want to get further information. Absolutely safe. Follow and subscribe if you haven't done that. I have, so that's why I come here from time to time. Okay, I come here from time to time. So you want to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and you will definitely when I'm here. But you can definitely start right now. I also have a smart investing workshop coming up May the 2nd. You can register. It's free. It is definitely free, but registration is very required and is limited space. So you should register for that if you are new to investing and you want to learn, you want to do it. It's a workshop, not a class. So you are doing it right there, getting all the help that you need, so the support that you need to get it started, get your investing journey started. So the stock, thank you so much for the Go Popular. ETF is a basket of funds, right? Basket of funds. So it's a basket of stocks. So whenever you buy one, when you buy one single stock, you are betting against that this stock is your risk is at 50, is a 50-50 win. You could go up or you could go down. You could lose your money or you could gain your money just with one stock. And that's how I lost money to penny stock, over close to like 100,000, right? To penny stock, to day trading. That's what you're gambling against. However, when it comes to when it comes to ETF, you are not, it's not just going to be 50-50 anymore. It's a situation where you have multiple stocks, multiple. You have five, you could, with that same money that you used to buy one stock, you can buy 500 stocks, you can buy 3200 stocks, you can buy the entire world market, you can buy the US stock market and the entire US stock market. I want to better understand investment. Yes, Zip, I've already joined the subscribe, and also you'll find the link in my bio for the investment workshop. And if you want a one-on-one, send me a message and we can get you scheduled. Sojourner, welcome. And Sojourner, good that you're here. You should have the link to the Telegram group right now. The link to the Telegram group, it's already live, so you can join. You will find it on the link where you made the purchase for the bootcamp, the real estate bootcamp. So good to have you and every other person that's here. So ETF, a basket of stock, right? So think about it. The very popular one that is very popular is the S&P 500. S&P, okay? All right, Sojourner and Pike. S&P 500. And what does S&P 500 mean? So S&P 500 simply means that all the top 500 companies at point in time, right, in the United States, that is what you are buying whenever you buy this ETF. Like whenever you buy, think about it, I'll use it as stock. Whenever you buy this stock, the stock is all the 500 companies. It's a fund, right? It's a fund. Remember, ETF, exchange traded funds. It's a fund. We are buying all top 500 companies. Point in time. What does point? Why am I emphasizing on point in time? It means that these companies are competing to remain on that 500. So it's not like, oh, you were on the 500 list one time. Once you make it, it remains like that. No, they are being reviewed every quarter. So it means that you are competing, you are buying the stock of the top 500 companies in the United States. What does this mean? It means you have companies like your Microsoft, you have companies like your Google, you have companies like your Amazon, you have companies, all of this top company. You have company like ExxonMobil, which is oil. It's all of the industries, right? Every industry. That is what you find in that particular fund. What does this mean? You are not just investing in one industry. I can't see it there. I just checked. It should be there. It is definitely. Look at the email. Look at the beginner email, right? Just check it. You would see it. It's a link. You would find it there. If you still cannot find it, I would send it to you. Where you find the link to those YouTube, the link to the course itself, you'll find it is the first link right there. You have to go all the way in the introduction, the email that you should have it. If you don't have it, I will send it directly to you. Okay, I'll send it directly to you. Awesome. Great. Thank you all for sharing the live. Thank you for tapping out the live. Really appreciate that. Okay, and thank you all for subscribing, for sharing the live as well, and also showing all of those love and the heart on the YouTube side. Awesome. That is perfect. So basically, what am I saying? So ETF, like an S&P 500, is the top 500 companies in the United States. Top 500 companies. So whenever you buy it, it simply means that you are buying the best of the best part time. Okay, best of the best. They're looking at their revenues. They're looking at their cash flow. They're looking at their asset. They're looking at their what's it called, the profitability of that company. So you are having the best of the best, and that is why you might be thinking, so why do everybody talk about S&P 500? Why do people talk about it? What's even the big deal? That is the rave about it. And the other part of it is that it has data, it has trend. It has trend up to like 100 years. It has trend up to like 50, 40 years. As a matter of fact, let's not take it far. For the past 30 to 40 years, it has returned between 8 to 12%. Yes. And you're saying that, okay, so that is the thing. 8 to 12% might not sound like a significant amount, but let me tell you, last year it returned 18%. When they say average, it means that there is a time when it made 32%, there's a time when it's 8%. Right now is at all-time high, right? All-time high. It means that in the history, it has never gotten to this level. It is at all time high. It's at 680. Is it 640 something right now? Like a VO is at 640 something. Guess what? More bought it like 3 years ago at 285. What does that mean? I have three times three of my money in 3 years in whatever. So it might look like it's small money, but guess what? It doubles, your money increases. And there's something, just even as little as you think it is, there's something called the rule of 72. I did not create it, right? It's just like the law of physics, right? I did not create it. It's the rule of 72. It says that even with the 8% or even less than the 8%, your money will double in 7 years. That's the rule of 72. Your money doubles in 7 years. So it means that, let's assume that you have 100,000, or just assumption 100,000. It means that your 100,000 becomes 200,000 in 7 years. In 14 years, it gets better. Your 100,000 becomes 400,000, and then in 21 years, your 400,000 becomes 800,000. The same 100,000, it becomes 800,000, and then it gets better. In 28 years, 28 years or less, it becomes the same 100,000 becomes $1.6 million. And then that's why you see somebody that is like a teacher that is consistently saving money, not making so much. A certain people that not making so much, and I'm not downplaying teachers, because I always say teachers should be the highest earner, right? They impact knowledge. They are supposed to be higher, paid the highest, right? Because they create all of this light. So now, having said that, but think about it. That's why people, because they have little income, the income is not so much, they are saving consistently, right? They're saving consistently, and because they're saving consistently, they are making, they get to that $1 million status. But guess what? The people with the 6-figure salary, because they feel, oh, I have arrived, I am comfortable, I don't need to save, they allow lifestyle. What if Zip Adela is not analytical mathematics or business theory? You don't need to. You don't need to, right? ETF is not. You just need to, and that's why you're in the what's it called? You are in the investment workshop, right? The smart investing workshop, May the 2nd, right? You don't need to be analytical. You don't need to be business, whatever. I mean, ChatGPT has made a lot of things easier, right? How much do you want to save? Plug it right there, or use a compound interest calculator. So I always say that trust but verify. Whatever thing I'm saying, do not just totally trust me, because for all I am saying, I can be lying. But all you have to do is go and verify. Take a compound interest calculator. You can find it. It's always available online. Just Google. You see the one from investors.gov. Okay, I'll send it. Okay, I'll send it. Investors.gov. Go and get that one. Investors.gov. And once you do that one, you'd realize that you can easily, you see there, plug your numbers, how much you want to be putting. I put one of my videos that it's getting a lot of attention right now. If you put $250 every single month, I mean every single paycheck, right? In your Roth IRA, you have over $1 million. If you start at the age of 35, you put it in an S&P 500, you have over $1 million right there. You can see it on my page. It's my latest post. Is right there, getting a lot of attention across all the platform, on IG, on YouTube, on TikTok. It is getting a lot of attention. People, like saying that, oh, how is that even possible? If you send me my money, if you send you my money and I lose it, I'll cry. You don't need to see. You're not sending anybody your money. You are the one that is investing your money yourself, okay? You're investing your money yourself. And by the way, there is the risk in the stock market. However, while you edge against it is, you see the S&P 500 has returned, and that's why you need to look at data. It doesn't mean about me. If anybody is telling you this, if anybody tells you come and invest, ask the question, what is the trend? What is being the return on investment on this particular investment? Either you are buying a business, either you are doing real estate, either you are doing investing into stock market. Ask them based on in the past, what is being the return on investment year to date? What's been the return on investment in the past 5 years? That is medium term. What is being in the return on investment in the past 10, 20, 30 years? That is going to give you an insight, okay? That will give you an insight into, okay, this is a good investment or not. If they are stammering or they are stuttering, they don't know, then you know that there's something right there. But always ask that question: what is the return on investment? Or how has this thing that I want to invest in, how has it performed? Don't just go into investing blindly, because that is how I lost money. And I'm just telling you, don't do that, okay? Because once you know, and but with an S&P 500, the data is absolutely everywhere. Go on Google right now, okay? Go on Google and search it. Top S&P 500. What has been the performance? It's the stock market. It's a what has been the performance? You would see it right there. It has returned averaging between 8 to 12% in the past 30, 40, 50 years. Averagely, that's what it has returned, averagely. 30, the times when it's 32%, there's the time when it's 4%, there's the time when it's 3%. But guess what? Averagely, this is why this strategy is long term. You don't say that, okay, I put money in today, I take it out tomorrow. That is not for you. I'm not for you. If that's what you do, I'm not for you. What I do here is something that will build you generational wealth, as well as you all tapping. Let's keep tapping out the life. Frank, hey, name, welcome back. You're welcome again. You were here earlier. Let's keep tapping out the life. We'll try to always get to 10,000 as quickly as possible, so that we can get to the FYP as quickly as possible, so people can come and learn. And here on the YouTube side, subscribe. We try to get to 20 subscribers every single time that we go live. And so do that if you find this information valuable. Oh yeah, absolutely. Welcome back. So always make sure that you figure out the trend. Always, the trend is the thing that's going to help you to determine, is it a good investment? So for instance, when it comes to real estate as well, you always see that they always say, okay, this is the 7 or 6 paychecks, which show. Always have your receipt. Know where you are putting your money. You work too hard for your money. Don't just play around with the money and gamble the money. No, it's not when you gamble your money on the streets of Las Vegas. That's not the only gambling. There are so many forms of gambling. You are giving your money, somebody, or you meet somebody on social media or on Telegram, and the person says, bring your money, let me invest it on your behalf. You are on your way to losing your money, right? If you cannot do it yourself, do not. Because if it's better for you to have your money safe rather than you losing it. And as a matter of fact, if you don't want to invest at all, you can do something as simple. Just put your money in high-yield savings account. Even though it's not the best, right? Put it in an high-yield savings account. High-yield savings account is your regular bank account. Nothing different. Your regular bank account, it just give you 3.3 to 5 to 3 to 6% is what you get. 3 to 5% or 6% is what you get on IE savings account. So like a Capital One will give you 3.3%. Like a Vero will give you 5%. A Sapphire will give you 4%. And you can also look at so many. Just Google, right? Make ChatGPT your friend. Do not rely on just on people. Just look and say, oh, you know what? What's it called? What is the top? What's the best IU savings account right here as of April or May 2026? Right, we are almost in May 2026 or April 2026, and right there, IU savings account. Boom! You have the entire long list of it. Look at the review, right? Don't wait on another person. Look at the review. Oh, Marcos, right? Goldman Sachs, HSBC. Look at it. Which of them? What is their review? American Express. Just look at their review and just simply do the one that you are comfortable with. You see their rates. You would see. I can give you certain information now, but it could have changed today. It could have changed, but when you go on Google, the latest information is right there, right? The only thing is that for me to guide you, how do you search it? I can guide you, right? And that's part of the things that we're going to be doing in the workshop, where you have like the buffet of all of the different kind of ETF. Then you look at it, which one works for you? Because I don't know if you have children. I don't know your age. I don't know your life right now. I don't know if you are paying debt. I don't know if you have debt or you are debt free. All of those things are what you are thinking about. I don't know if you're about your job is rocky, they are doing layoffs in your company, or you have been in this role and your company is super solid, right? That I don't know. So, but you would know all of that, and because of that, you'll be able to say, oh, you know what, this one works for me because I'm in my 20s, I have a long time in the market, right? So, because of that, I can put in a little bit of NASDAQ 100, I can put more of NASDAQ 100, I can put a little bit of crypto for ETFs crypto. I can put, I don't, okay, you know what, I don't intend buying real estate in another. I don't even want to ever buy real estate. Then you can just also include ETF for real estate right there, right? Which is REIT, REIT. You can include it because you know that I am never going to buy traditional real estate. I'm never going to buy building. I just want ETF. But you also will be informed that if you don't do real estate, you will not enjoy all of those. You only enjoy one benefit. It's hard for me to listen to your words because I'm physically. Congratulations to you. Yes, I'm an absolutely beautiful lady. I know that, right? I know that, not just a beautiful lady, but also smart and intelligent. Okay. So, but welcome here. I'm just kidding, right? I'm just kidding. But thank you so much for the kind words. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, Ene, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow and subscribe if you haven't done that. And for everyone that's been here, thank you, thank you so much for name understand what I'm doing right there. Thank you so much for the art. Yeah, coming online is not for the faint-hearted. You'll see a whole lot of trolls. You see a lot of, a whole lot of compliments and all of that, and you need to know how to manage it. And that's a tip right there for anybody that is planning to go live, right? Yeah, don't let anything distract you. Just focus. The goal is for you to pass the knowledge to the people that really need it, because there's a reason why you are sharing what you're doing, and there's a purpose for what you're doing. Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead. So S&P 500, it's returned close to its return averagely between 8 to 12%. And what are the different ticket symbol for S&P 500? We have IVV, we have SPY, we have VOO, right? They all track S&P 500. Remember, remember ETF is a basket of funds. Basket of funds, that's ETF. All of so many funds. And it's what differentiates with them is, the thing about it is who is the brokerage firm that is managing it. Who owns that fund in terms of the brokerage firm? The second thing is that what do they have in that fund? What do they find in, what is in that fund? Is it just energy? Is it for the US? Is it just for, all of the different things that is there? Is it general? Is it the top 500? Is it the top 1000? Is it technology? Those are the things that differentiate one ETF than the other. Thank you all for tapping out the live. We got to 2,000. Can we get it to 5,000? I believe so. In short, let's get it to 10,000. I know we are locked in, but let's keep tapping out the live. Let's also share with our friend. Press my forehead on the screen, and your contact is going to come out, and then you're going to share with them, right? You're going to share with them. And at the same time, remember, if you've been here for more than 5 minutes, get your daily at me right there. It costs you 1 penny, 1 cent, or whatever. Or if you also want to help this live, get to the FYP. Some gold populars would also be very helpful. Thank you so much for doing that. And welcome. We're talking about smart investing, a strategy that puts you between the thin line between safety, right? Safety and also not losing. Safety plus growing your money. Safety for growing your money, because if you put it just in the bank, you are losing money to inflation, 3 to 3.5%. Right now it's at 3.3%. That's what you lose. And on top of that, you only get 0.01 return on your bank. But then in the stock market, the chances are high for you to lose your money, because if you buy individual stock and the stock doesn't do well, you lose money. So what then do you do? How can you grow your money and still ensuring that it's safe? That is what is called smart investing. I simply put, ETF or index fund, potato, index fund, potato. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You need to first of all start with your income. So he said, can you increase your wealth even though I consider a poor man? There's nobody that is poor, right? The only person that is poor is the person that is poor in the mind. It's just about mindset. You need to rewind your mindset to think that, okay, don't call yourself, why are you even poor? Go get a skill, right? Get a skill, get a side hustle, ride Uber, do anything. Just don't do something that is criminal, something that is legal. Find ways of you increasing your income. Instead of spending time watching Netflix and all of that, go and look for what you can do. Cut people's yard, get some money. Money would, when the money comes, save some of it, right? No matter how small, save some of it and invest it. You can buy investment, right? You can buy ETF or stock as little as $1, as little of $1. Movie silent, welcome, and everyone that is here, thank you all for tapping out the live. We're trying to get to 10,000 as quickly as possible so we can get on the FYP. I know we are locked in, but let's keep tapping out the live. So thank you so much for that. I hope that answers your question, my friend, on the TikTok, on the YouTube side that is asking question. You never poor. Coach Miguel, welcome. Stella, welcome, welcome. So ETF is like a basket of fun. S&P 500 is a very popular one. Top 500 company point in time in the United States has returned 8 to 12%. And you're saying that, but I'm not in the United States. You can invest from anywhere in the world, anywhere, wherever. All you just have to do, right? And you're wondering, so how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I? You welcome, Zip Ade. You welcome, right? You welcome. You said preach it. So what are you supposed to do, or how do you go about it? One of the things is that you need to open an account, right? That's the first step. You need to open an account. What is the account that you open? You open a brokerage account. What are brokerage account? It's brokerage account where you buy ETF. It's not your bank. So you're wondering, right? It is not your bank. You don't buy stocks in your bank. You don't buy ETF, you don't buy ETF in the bank. You don't buy stock in the bank. You don't do that. It is investment arm, right? So the bank might have brokerage firms, right, associated with them. So like a Bank of America, you would have like a Merrill. You have Merrill Edge, Merrill Lynch, right? That's Bank of America's. Maybe you would have seen it whenever you go into the branch, right? But it's the investment arm. That's a brokerage. So you can go to them and say, okay, you know what? I want to open a brokerage account. It's separate from your normal bank account. It's brokerage account. And by the way, you're supposed to have 4 accounts to be able to structure your money. The first account is your income account, where your income goes to, right? It might be this thing that I'm just saying right now might be the reason why you don't have structure with your money. Might be the reason why you think that you are not making enough, because you might be making enough, but if you don't have structure, you would always struggle with money. You would, you live paycheck to be with paycheck. These 4 things that I'm telling you might just be a game changer for you. So you're supposed to have 4 accounts. The first account is your income account. A lot of times, this is the only account everybody has, their income account, and they pay bills, do everything in this account. No. And that is why your account looks like a mess. You don't know because you do everything in one account. So what account should you have? You're supposed to have 4. The first is the income account, and that account is a distribution center. By the day five, after you get your paycheck, that account should become almost close to zero, and that is usually your Bank of America, JP Morgan, Chase, and all of that. That is it. The second account you should have is your bills account. In this bills account, this is where all your bills goes into: your rent or mortgage, your house, your utilities. And those are the 4 things that goes into it. Your bills account. It's separate, right? You can open an IU savings account. It's growing the money right there, but it's for bills, and you have a credit card that is attached to it so that you can build your credit. But then if you don't have the money in that account, you cannot spend that credit card. You use it like your debit card. Credit card is for safety. Credit card is to give you some returns, and credit card is supposed to help you build your credit as well, and do some rewards, right? Anything will take every single dollar. Every dollar must work, right? But you open an IU savings account right there for that bills account. The other account that you should have, the third account, is your emergency funds account. A lot of time people don't have this one. And see, 30,000 people were laid off in Oracle. They never saw it coming. They were just woke up and in an email. Some of them have worked there so many years, right? And in one day, job gone. just like that. But to avoid that, right, to make sure that if that happens, or there's a health emergency, or there is a major car repairs or a major repair, you don't go into debt. You should have your emergency fund, and your emergency fund is basically 1 month, 1 to 6 months of your expenses. So those four things that is in your bill account, right? But you just have that same amount, right? For that 3 months to 6 months. Start with 1 month, then you go into 3 months, then you go into 6 months. That's what you put in that emergency fund. And what sort of account do you open? An IE savings account, because that money is just going to be sitting there. You are not going to be touching it. Oh, yes, that's what I'm doing. That is, I hope that God uses you to make people's financial life better. Absolutely. That is what God is using me to do, because the fact that you're here, you are sitting here, you're commenting, it shows that you are learning one or two things, and we are changing the lives of the finances. Trust me, these that I just told you is a lot. It's changing my client's life every single day. It's changing their life. I tell you, this single thing, you might think is simple. Trust me, it's in the little things that changes people's financial story. It doesn't have to be, increase doubling your income doubling your income. A lot of times people think, oh, it's until I increase my income. No, at times it's not. You don't need to increase your income. You might increase your income if your lifestyle also increases. Your life will still going to be the same, right? Your life will be the same. I mean, people see it happens every time, right? You say that, oh, you know what, I got salary increase, but nothing has changed. I'm still not saving. That's because your lifestyle also increased, which that's your income, which is lifestyle is all liabilities. It's all liability. Your money is not going to grow. Your wealth is not going to grow. So the third one, your 3 months to 6 months of your emergency fund. Your emergency fund is your four walls, right? Four walls is what it is. Your housing, which is rent or mortgage, your utilities, your rent, your groceries, and of course, your utilities, right? Your car, your transportation. Those are the four things. You are going to build that amount, right? So if that amounts to 3,000, it means that you want to keep like 3 months, you need to have $9,000, right? $9,000 is what you put in the emergency fund for it's 3 months. So what does this do? In a case of a real emergency, you are not worried, right? Stephanie, welcome here. You're not worried. You are okay. Ambitious, welcome. You can take care of yourself and your family for another 3 months. You can still pay your bills. And within that period, guess what is happening? You are dusting up yourself again, and you are getting another income. Or you are not going into debt. Okay? So emergency fund is the third account. And the last account, all these three that I've talked about, all of them doesn't build wealth. All of them are for safety. All of them are for living life, depreciating lifestyle, all of those things. The last one is the only one that builds wealth, and that one is divided into 3 or into 4 accounts, right? One might be with your employer. A lot of times, one is the only one that people have, which is 401k, which is for your future, right? And basically, if all you are doing is you have your 401k, and that's where you end, you are also doing it the wrong way. Your 401k, you also only put up to what your employer matches. What your employer match, if they match 3%, that's what you put there, nothing more. The second, so a lot of people would put so much there. Even if you put, because it's for your future, you cannot take the money before 59 and a half. In case of an emergency, you can't take it out, even though I know you can take up to 25% or certain percentage, which you need to return. You can take a loan against it, but you don't want to do that. Put it in an emergency fund, right? Put emergency for emergency. Leave the future for future, right? Retirement for 401k for 401k, right? But the other wealth account that you should have, or it's a must, right? Because 401k, your employer forced you, the government, the law forced you to have 401k. But then you should also have Roth IRA if you qualify for it. That is $7,500 every single month, every single year. A month is $625 every single month. Every paycheck is $312.50 every single paycheck, and you should have that one. Why is it good? Because it's a tax advantage account. Oh, come, I don't understand you because of physical. That is because the reason why I say this is that the Roth IRA in itself, it just helps you. It's tax advantaged account because it's taxed at the source at the point where you're putting the money, but it is not taxed when you're done. Okay, when you're taking the money out, it's not taxed. Your 401k will be taxed. To bring it back to perspective, you invest 100,000 in your 401k. At the time of retirement, you're going to be paying tax within your tax bracket at that time. That's what it means. So if it becomes 1 million, what you're getting might be 800,000 if your tax is at 20%, for instance, at retirement. And then, but when it comes to Roth IRA, you are taxed whenever you're putting the money, right? Let's say you're putting $100,000, you put all 100,000, it is already taxed. Let's assume that it grows to the same 1 million. All you get at retirement is the entire 1 million, not less of $1. But there's the limit to what you can put in a year, which is 7,500 that I just mentioned. And by the way, it's getting a lot of attention. I just put it there. Roth IRA, $250, you have over $1 million, even when you start at the age of 35. And you put it in an S&P 500, you have over $1 million right there at retirement. So you don't need to be waiting for Social Security that might never come. You don't need to be waiting on your children to be your retirement plan. That is your retirement plan right there. That is even less than 20 that is less than $27 a day that you're spending every single day on lunch and your coffee. $27, because $27 a day for 365 days is $10,000. Your $7,500, which is the Roth IRA, is way less than that. That's about $20 every single day. So that lunch that you are eating, whenever you say, I don't have money for Roth IRA, that might just be it, right? Because you can also make that food from home and use this money. Let's keep tapping out the live. I know we are locked in. Let's tap out the live. Let's share the live. Let us also get our daily admin right there. Let's do that. Let's do the thrill. Get the daily admin, tap out the live, and of course, Go Popular is also very helpful. Daily admin right there. Tap out the live non-stop. Tap out the live. We'll try. Let's get to 10,000. Let us get to 10,000 tonight. I know we are locked in. Name Alfred, Coach Miguel, Boosie, Kemo, Prophet, Lancoach. Let us do that. You don't need to be an economist, okay? You don't need to be an economist. Sip. Let's keep tapping out the live. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's tap out the live. Let us tap out the live. And if you can also share, that would be absolutely amazing. Press the forehead in the screen. Your contact will come down, and then you would share you see all of your contacts, share it with them. Let them come and learn the 4-account system, and of course, what are the wealth accounts, because your 401k will help you grow your wealth for sure, right? In a slow way, and you get it at retirement. Your Roth IRA will help you grow your account as well, right? It's tax advantage, it's tax free. That is how you grow your money. And last, the other one that nobody even talks about, not even on the street of, people always downplay it. It's your HSA account. It's not HYSA, not your IU savings account, HSA. It's your health savings account. You want to also put that is a triple advantage account. It's not taxed at any, and it grows, right? You want to also have your HSA account is for your health, right? I mean, whenever one grows old, you know that you will need that money, right? You will need it now. You can spend the money, you can use it to buy medication and no taxes and not pay taxes on it. So you want to have that as well. So then the last one, which is for today, right now, right? You want to, because I am not one of those people that will tell you, oh, you know what, don't enjoy life. When you work, you enjoy life. But the only thing is that you're not trading your time for the money that you're using to enjoy that life. I'm one of those people that I love to travel, right? I love to travel. I have been to 22 countries, and my goal is to travel the world. But what is funding it? Not my 9 to 5. And that's why I talk about financial freedom, because I cannot be tied to a job, right? Working 9 to 5 consistently and getting all of those money without investing it, it cannot fund those lifestyle. What do I do instead? But when you get the financial freedom status, where your money, you're trading, you don't trade your time for money. Okay, you trade your time for money for a certain time, they gives you money, then that money that you're getting, you invest it, then the return on the investment is what you now use to fund your lifestyle. So you need to travel, you want to do all of that. Whatever money that you're saving, put it in a brokerage account. Why is this account very important? Even though it is taxed, there's capital gain taxes on it. Even though it's that, why? The reason why is because for the 401k, for the Roth IRA, 59 and a half, after 59 and a half is when you can get your money, right? Otherwise you get penalty. But brokerage account, it's going to, you don't get penalized. You can put your money at any time, you can take your money at any time, grow your money, right? So you want to have that as well. That is the account that you should have. All of these are accounts that an individual that wants to grow wealth, right, and have clarity on their money, they need to have all of this account. Okay, so and then what are you now going to buy? Now that you understand the brokerage account, you can simply just Google which brokerage account. There's Robinhood in the US, there is there's Robinhood, there's Vanguard, there's Fidelity, there's Schwab in the US, there is Wealth, there is Weibo. There's so many of them in the US, Ameritrade, all of them. Anyone, review and get it with whichever one you want to do. And then the other part of it is that for the people in Canada, right? Well, simple. If you're in Europe, there's Trading 212. If you're in Africa, there's Bamboo, there is Investment One, there's Stanbic IBTC. Those are options for you. And for everyone that, if you register for the the investment workshop, you should have, if you have registered, you should have gotten the email asking, showing you all of these different accounts, right? Or you can simply go and Google yourself. I mean, you don't have to, I don't have any affiliation with any of those. I have zero affiliation, right? You just need to go Google, and it's just supposed to guide you. Yeah, it's just supposed to guide you. Okay, it's just supposed to guide you. So we provided you with the list. In that you should have received an email. The goal of that is that you open the email and open your brokerage account ahead of the workshop. The workshop is May the 2nd, which is next week Saturday, in a week's time. That's why we started talking about this earlier. The training, the workshop is free, right? But registration is required. Free, it's a workshop, it's not a class. In the workshop, you are going to be, once you have your account open, you will have options to, okay, these are the different options available, and you can start, you can do your investing, make your choices, inform decisions, and start buying your ETF. You will help you to, you know what this is going to help you? It's going to address so many of the things that people always say about investing. I'm confused. I get that in my DM. I'm tired of hearing this. So after this, if you send me a DM, I'm not going to answer, because now is the room for you. I'm going to direct you to the Smart Investing Workshop, right? That's what I'm going to direct you. Oh, Dr. Lina, which stock should I buy? I'm going to send, what ETF can you suggest now, right? I thought just give you one, S&P 500, right? The top 500 ETF in the United States, top stocks. Yeah, that is one, right? You can buy Nasdaq 100 depending on your age and your profile. That's the reason why we are having the Smart Investing Workshop, the free workshop, right? That's the reason, so that you will know, because your age, if you are closer to retirement, what is going to be ideal for you will be different from somebody that is in their 20s, because they have the time in the market. The risk, it's okay, because even if the stock market goes down, they have rooms, they have almost 30 years, to rebound. But if you are already in your 60s or you're in your 50s, something different for you. You want something that is low to moderate risk. That's what you want to do. Your risk tolerance, your risk profile is going to be definitely different, right? It's going to be definitely different. So those are the things, but definitely S&P 500, Nasdaq 100. If you want cash flow, right? There's also the dividends. The dividends ETF as well. If you want real estate, there's the REIT ETF. Those are different ones that I can give to you, right? You can buy the entire US stock market. You can buy the entire global market, right? So it's easy. There's not so much. Let's keep tapping out the life. I know we are locked in, right? Once you open your brokerage account, just start buying, right? But you can just get the real estate, the smart investing workshop. And I would, for people that have not registered, I would show you how to where you can get the link, how to get it registered. It takes seconds to get registered, and you will be good right there. So it's supposed to help address multiple things. You are confused, you don't know how to get started. This is for you. You are scared, you don't want to, you are scared because you think that, okay, you know what, I'm going to do it wrong. This is for you. It's going to, because you have somebody guiding you with the experience, with over close to 2 decades in investing. As a matter of fact, my investing was close to like 20, almost 20 years ago, right? So then the other thing is that then another thing is that I don't have a lot of money. That one, with $1 you can buy ETF. $1, because gone are the days when you say, oh, you know what, I cannot buy this. Right now is you can buy fractional, just fractional, right, with $1, as low as $1. I did show it some days ago when we bought VOO, $1 of VOO, right? And we bought it on Robinhood, and I did show that. Then the other thing is that you can invite with as little to nothing, right? But one thing that's important is consistency, to ensure, and what is going to drive discipline and consistency is automation. All of that is what we're going to be doing during the during the smart investing workshop, which I said it's free, but registration is highly required. Basically, why is ETF a good one? It's very beginner friendly. It requires little to no money to get it started, and it's also, it's you can it's easy entry, very easy entry. Then it helps with diversification and spreading your risk, so you do not lose your money. Let's keep tapping out the live. Through this empire, welcome, and everyone, let's tap out the live. Let's tap out the live. Can we get it to 10,000? Busi, Kemo, user, Alfred, coach, and for everyone that has followed, thank you so much for the follow. So thank you. Not business just followed. Well done, well done. Thank you so much for the follow. So you can definitely do that right now. So ETF, they're for beginners. They are very good, like S&P 500, simple and easy. But one of the things is, a lot of times people always say that, you know what, I want to, the consistency is key. A lot of time people always say, you know what, I will do it tomorrow. One of the things I hear, I will do it tomorrow, right? Procrastination, lack of consistency. Those are the things that we're going to, automation will help us address that. Stop waiting, because every single time that you're waiting to say, I'm sitting on the sideline, I'm not investing, know that inflation is taking your money. Know that you're not growing your money. For every single time that you're not investing, inflation is eating away your money. Trying to time the market, that's the other thing. People always try to time the market. When is the market low? Just buy the same thing. Just buy the freaking same thing every single time. There's something called dollar cost averaging. Your money, it's just dollar cost average, right? It's, because you are buying at the low, at the medium, at the high, you're buying. So it gets to a certain time where are just stable. You consistently buy it like a clockwork, right? So those are the things that you need to just do, right? Those are the things you need to do. So for the people that want to join, you want to get into the investment workshop, like I said, it's free, but registration is required. And you're still not, you find it right here on this is my what's it called, my own page. You find it on my bio. Click on nestu.me right there. It's going to try to trick you. Click on open anyway, right? And then you find it right there, smart investing workshop. And then you see some other products that that's available right there as well, that for your purchase. But this one is $0. Click on it and secure your spot. It's very limited. The seats are very limited at this point. We just have a few seats left. So, and it's the few people that get to register. It's a first come, first serve. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, but registration is required. So go there, and if you want me to show it to you, I can show it to you again. Click on it. It takes you 1 minute to get it registered. And you know that you have secured your spot. It's May the 2nd, 12 noon Central Time. Yeah, so it's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can get it. And of course, you don't know the time in your own country and all of that. You get a welcome email that is going to tell you what time you should join. What time, and you also get reminder email ahead to look, okay, it's almost time, okay? It's almost time. So this is just an opportunity for you. You've been waiting to invest. You don't know how to get started. This is how you get it all started, okay? This is how you get it all started. All right, all right. So that, and this is for people that are ready to start investing. You're serious. So if you think that, okay, you're still sitting on the last side, like I don't even know what to do, you know, you can, it's okay, you can pass on it. But for people that are serious, because it's very hands-on, you don't need so much money, you know, you are the one investing, right? It's not me, right? It's supposed to help you end those procrastination, right? That is why it's a workshop, it's not a class. It's not a course, it's live workshop, right? And in that workshop, what you're going to be doing is that you would ahead of the workshop, you have the account open, so you have access to that. Then the other thing is that you would also have you'll be able to buy the ETF. What are ETF? Basket of stock. Instead of individual stock, it's basket of stock. S&P 500 return 8 to 12%. Nasdaq 100 returns 18 to 22%. You know, and there are some ETF that return even way higher. The entire US stock market has returned 11%. So these are different. The entire, there's the one VT, right? The total world market has also returned decently as well. So it's just a function of what's your profile, what is your risk tolerance, what are the things that you know, what are your preferences, right? That's how you buy it. But whenever you buy it, it's a basket of stock, a basket of stock. And whenever you're buying, always think about consistency. Dollar cost averaging, right? Dollar cost averaging simply means that you're buying the same thing. So at some point, your dollar is at an average cost. It's at an average, right? And you grow it from there. And that's how you invest. Consistency, time in the market, dollar cost averaging, not not you sitting on the sideline. That is how you start investing, okay? That's how you start investing. So in the smart workshop, you will see how to open your account. I mean, for the people that are unable to open it, at least we'll guide you. We'll show you how to go about it. What to invest in is the other thing that you're going to be learning. The other thing is that how to build your portfolio. That is the main thing. Portfolio, how to build it, how to spread your risk, depending on your age bracket, depending on your what's it called, your risk profile. Those are things that we will be doing. Solo billion, welcome. So if you're just in joining, we are talking about how to start investing as a beginner. And there is a smart investing workshop on May the 2nd. It's free, but registration is required. Quinzana, welcome, welcome here. So let me understand, what is stopping you from investing right now? If you want to put it in the comment section, what is stopping you from investing? All right, what is that thing that is stopping you from investing? I'm waiting, guys. What is stopping you from investing, or are you already investing, right? So what's one thing that is stopping you from investing right now? Coach Miguel, Alfred user, Capcove, BC, Bussy, Kemo user, right? What's that thing that's stopping you from investing? And where's that, my friends on YouTube as well? If you haven't subscribed, do that. If you haven't followed, do that. Okay, I just want to know, guys. I'm waiting. Who cares to share? Or if you can also invite up if you want to come up. You can also come up to the to the podium, and you can share. What's that thing that's stopping you to invest? What's stopping you from? Motupe, welcome. Edrin Tech, welcome. What's stopping you from investing right now? That's what I want to know. Is it the funds? Gideon, welcome. Ewangat, welcome. What's one thing that's stopping you from investing? And let's keep tapping out the live. Anybody cares to share? Or are you already investing? Put 1 in the comments if you're already investing. Put 0 in the comments if you have not, I mean, you're just about to start investing. And what's one thing that's stopping you from investing right now? Thank you for tapping out the live. One, okay, Coach Miguel is already investing. That's absolutely great. All right. Any other person? So are we saying that everybody is already investing? And if you are not investing, put zero. And what's stopping you from, put zero if you are not investing right now. Put one if you're already investing. I think we could have even done that at the beginning. Put one if you're already an investor, right? You are investing right now, put one. You are not investing, put zero. Okay. I think we have a very investor Henry. Okay, I think that person is already investing. If you are investing, put one. If you are not investing, put zero. I'll be waiting today. A lot of time I'll just go past it. So Gideon, Alfred, User Cap, Kemo, T-Man. Yeah, if you're investing, put one. If you're not investing, put zero. Angel, thank you for joining. So we're talking about the smart investing strategy, how you can invest as a beginner, right? How you invest as a beginner. That's what we're talking about. And thank you all for tapping out the live. We're wrapping up in few minutes. We're wrapping up. If you're investing, put one. If you have not been investing, put zero. And what's that reason why you're not investing now? One or zero? Can we put it? Or am I? Or is it that I have what's it called? What do they call them? Are we real humans? Right? If you're investing, put one. If you're not, put zero. So if you're just joining, we're talking about the smart investing strategy, understanding that if you just put your money in the bank and it's not growing, it's just it's you're getting, I mean, you're losing money to inflation. Basically, that's what you're doing. You're losing your money at 3 to 3.3%. However, if you are for you, but if you put money in stock market, you can lose it. But then this strategy is how it's called smart investing, where you don't lose your chances of losing your money are pretty low because you're putting it in a fund that helps you diversify your portfolio and helps you to minimize the risk. Okay. So if you have, and my question is, are you, if you are investing, put one, and if you are not investing, put zero. And if you are not, and you are not investing right now, what is the reason why you're not investing? That's where we are at right now. I am Presido. Okay. Mr. Presido, welcome. Hilda, welcome. Topi, welcome. Great, great, great. All right, let's keep tapping out the live. And if you haven't gotten your daily at me, get it right there. And for those that have gotten their daily at me, remember to take your Topi Obi, welcome. Remember to claim your points when you're leaving. Do not leave it. Take your points because we'll be wrapping up very soon. Okay, right? Just to wrap up, most people don't invest because they are waiting, right? They're not waiting to feel ready. You are still learning. Okay, all right, that's good. Alfred, thank you so much for responding. It feels good to know that I do not have what bots, right? It's good to know that I don't have bots. I have real fans here, right? It's so good to know that I have real fans. Thank you so much. You're still learning. So have you registered for the investment workshop? Have you registered for the investment workshop? You don't want to continue learning for too long, right? Because every single time that you're waiting, you're losing money. So have you registered? If you haven't registered, do that. Okay, register and get it started. You get your account, brokerage account open, right? And then You set it up. Okay, perfect. Africa register. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Any other person care to share? Any other person care to share? One or zero. One or zero. Zero means that you've not started investing. And what's the reason why you have not started investing? And this is just, I mean, I'm not calling anybody out. It's just for me to know, because it just so I can know how to be able to support you, right? Because you might be thinking, you might have the idea of this, but it might not be the real thing, right? Because if you don't share, they said a problem shared, if problem shared is a problem solved or whatever, or how do a problem not share, it's you alone, and then you are still here next year again, and you're like, oh, I really wish I invested, because there's a reason why you are stuck here. You could have been in another life, but you chose to be here because you saw smart investing, you saw real estate. It means that you want to invest. That's why you're here, right? And that's why I'm asking, just so I can know how to support you in your goals and your, and things that you want to do, those things in your goals and your desires, right? That's why I'm asking. But yeah. So if you're investing, put one. If you're not yet investing, put zero. And if you put zero, why is the reason why you're not investing? Or if you simply want to come up the panel tonight, it's question and answer. Or you have any question, we have 5 more minutes and I'll be wrapping up. So most people don't invest because they are waiting to feel ready. But clarity comes from learning. Just like my friend Alfred, he says, learning. She's still learning, right? Clarity comes from learning, not waiting, right? Not waiting. And that's why it's good that you have already registered for the workshop. For everybody that wants to learn, take your time, go into the link in the bio, you'll find it right there. Register for the workshop. It's free, but we have limited spots available. And once the seat is fully occupied, it's fully occupied. But if you are serious about, and this is for people that are serious about building wealth, because that your income alone, if you've used it to fund lifestyle, all you are doing is you're funding depreciating lifestyle liabilities, taking money from you, and you will have to continue to work. That your 9 to 5, that's what is called paycheck to paycheck. That is what they call hamster wheel. That is what they call the rat race. You continue to do that till 65, which is what the lie that the system told us, right? But then if you want to buy back your time, regain your freedom, you have to put your money towards wealth building efforts, right? Put it towards asset that would cash flow. ETF is one of the strategy, right? Even though it just helps you to build your wealth slowly, right? Slowly you are moving your money, which means that you are growing your wealth regardless, day and night, instead of you losing it to inflation, right? Losing it to inflation every single day. Because inflation at 3.3% and you are only getting 0.01% from your bank. So there is a gap, right? A huge gap. So it means that you are losing, at least you are losing 3.2.999. That's what you are losing to inflation. That's what you are losing for your money being in the bank. But if you put it in smart investing, let's put it at the least, right, which is the S&P 500, the lower quadrant, which is 8%. So even if inflation takes 3.3%, you still have your money is still growing at 4.67, right there. That's what your money is still growing at, right? So that's how you build wealth. You cannot be doing the same thing. And always remember, you cannot be doing the same thing and expect the different result. So if you want to, you get all of this, you want to get into the smart investing workshop, I'll show it for the last time as I wrap up this live. Like I said, it is free. You find it right here. Okay, and you click on investyou.me, click on open anyway, you would see it. It's going to come up. You see it's the first one right here. Smart investing workshop, turn your income into real wealth. That is what it is right here. That's what it is. That is what it is. It's free. Click on it. It takes few minutes. 1 minute. You'll get registered. It's just going to ask for your name and boom, you get registered. You get your welcome email. with the list of the brokerage account option. I mean, recommendations. It's not basically recommended ideas, right? Where you can, regardless of the country where you are in, we have Canada, we have the US, we have Europe, we have Africa, right? If you are in any other continent, so like Asia, you are in Middle East, like UAE, and you don't have that list, okay? Send me a DM and I will give you also ideas, or you can simply go on Google and just go and simply open your brokerage account so that by the time you are in class, you are hands-on, start investing, set it up one time, and you get everything that you need with investing smartly. So you find it right there. Like I said, limited seats available. Once the class is full, please do not reach out to me. Don't send me DM. I got all of that with the real estate bootcamp, right? Buying your renter in 90 days, where people, once the class was full and we took it down, people were saying, oh, Dr. Lina, I needed to join that class. Well, sorry, it's already closed. So now you still have the window. It's 1 week away. Please do not register if you think that you are not ready to start investing. I mean, it's okay. Even if you are not ready now, you can still have the information, but you are not just ready to take action. It's not a point of interest. Do not occupy the space. Cop, thank you so much for the follow. Leah Dennis, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, this is great. Thank you all for the follow. Like I said, go, and we're having the smart investing workshop is next week Saturday. Leah, welcome. Welcome to the party. We're talking about investing smartly, how you don't lose, you invest safely, you don't lose your principal, right? Things like S&P 500 through diversification, ETFs, all of that. So welcome. We're wrapping up right now. You want to come back again, but the minimum, if that sounds like what you want to start investing, you don't know where to get started, you go on my page and secure your spot. It's nestyou.me. Click on it and you would find it. It's a live workshop. It's a workshop. It's not a class. It's a workshop, so it's very hands-on. You need to get your laptop and all of that ready. Then you click on it and you register. It's $0 right now. It's free, so you can register. Mimoy, welcome. We are wrapping up right now. And M Corp, the same thing with you. Thank you all for the follow. And if you have not followed and you've been sitting here, okay, let us follow. Let us do that. Capcoff, Blessed, User, Kemo, all everyone. But I really appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Tonight is Friday, right? Instead of you being in the club and with all of those noise, you decide to learn about your finances. Absolutely fantastic. And investing, by the way, it is not US specific. You can buy S&P 500, United, or whatever. You can buy it from any country. Just all you need is your brokerage account open and you start investing, basically. So there is no limitation, right? There is no limitation. Money is something that is universal. Wealth is something that is universal. Growth is something that is universal. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Any questions as we wrap up? Any question? Can we tap it with at least 3,000? Let's do 3,000 taps. I don't know what happened today. I know we are locked in, but we did not tap. Let's tap. Can we have the heavy tappers tap out the live? We're wrapping up now. And for all that just joined it, we're talking about investing smartly. Today is about investing smartly. There are other things. I talk about 4 pillars of wealth. It starts with your income. Then next is your smart investing, which you can find in the smart investing workshop. That we're having May the 2nd. Also the other pillar, which I call the wealth accelerator, right? You want to turn your income, you want to get to that $1 million status in 10 years. You need to include real estate into it. As a matter of fact, I have clear plan of you getting there. The only thing is that it requires your 6-figure salary. If you don't have 6-figure salary, it's okay. That's why I start with the first pillar, which is your income. That's part of the things that I teach here as well, just so you can build your wealth. So you don't really have an excuse. It's beginning. It's a total package right here. It's a wealth building curriculum. That you have. So and the third pillar that I talk about is real estate. So if you moving silence, how are you? Welcome. I hope you've registered for the smart investing workshop. If you haven't, you'll find the link in my bio. Just the same way you register for the bootcamp, the real estate bootcamp, you can do that as well. Just know that it's free, but registration is highly required. Nana, welcome. And okay. Oh, Mr. Oscar, congratulations. You just made a purchase. Congratulations. You just secured your spot. And you did not just secure a spot, you just secured your wealth. That's basically what you have done. Congratulations to you. And any other one that wants to get that, limited seats are available. It's free, but registration is required. You can find the link just go in the bio and follow the steps right there. It takes you 1 minute. Somebody just did it right now. Mr. Oscar just did it right now. And you should have received an email. You should have received an email. It's May the 2nd. I'm trying to find the link. Let me show you again. Right here. It's right here. See? Nestu.me. Can you see this? On my bio, you will find it. For what class? This class is for smart investing. It's a workshop. So you see it right here. Click on it. Open anyway. All right. And you see smart investing workshop right here. It's free. It's May the 2nd. So next week, Saturday, it's going to be 12 noon. Yeah. So you should you will be able to get it right there. It's free, but registration is required, right? We have just few seats left. Few seats. I just started talking about it 2 days ago, and the slots are almost taken. So, and once the class is full, guys, please don't send me DMs because that's why I come on live 2 times right now, just so I can make sure that nobody misses it, especially my OGs, like people that are always here on a regular. I don't want them to miss it because I've been, I want to make sure that you have access to all of the pillars. And for the third pillar, which is real estate, that pays you in 6 different ways, you would also find the course there. It's a 4-module course with a slide, and also you have access to the closed community where you can buy real estate at a discount. I always buy my property 20% discount. So I'll be putting all of those deals, and you can also ask me questions. You will find that how you can buy real estate in 90 days is a real estate system, from how to find the deals, what is even understanding how to get a deal, to entire part of property management, which is the part of how you turn your real estate into cash flow, how you 10x your money, right, with real estate. You would find that there. And you would also find the other pillar. So that's the third pillar. 1 is your income. 2 is your smart investing, right, which is the workshop. So I have everything for every of my pillars, and that's what you see. We're still building it. We're not finished building it. The third pillar is real estate. You'll find the bootcamp. It's 4-module course. Right now, it's at after price. Ima, were you at congratulations. Were you at the, what's it called? You were at the real estate bootcamp, right? Did you join? I thought I saw that name. Ima, ARMA. Congratulations. You also just secured your spot. You can, yeah. So for the bootcamp, for the 90 days, buy your renter in 90 days, you'll find it right there. Right now, it's at 50% discount. Regular price is going to go back to regular price by next week. It has 50% discount. So if you want to buy, you want to own your property by summer, right? By end of summer, it's 3 months, it takes 90 days. Everything that you need to know, you find it right there. Plus, you will have the access to the closed community. As a matter of fact, for all of the people that have gotten that, you should have, please go back to your purchase. You will find the link to the Telegram group. Now, I really appreciate all of you guys' patience to the Telegram group. About this, you should have access to it. And if you don't have the access, or please send me a DM so that I can send you the link to the Telegram group. And this Telegram group is a closed community where you can ask me questions. You'll be able to have access to other investors like yourself. So you are not alone in this journey. Or people within your city. If they are within your city, they will share resources. Because one of the biggest things is a good contractor. Like if you're in Texas, you're in my own, I can share my own contractors with you. I can share wholesalers with you, right? As a matter of fact, I'll be bringing deals that are like 20% discount. That in itself is a 40 almost. It could be close to like 40,000 value for you, like in terms of discounts, because if you buy it on MLS, you're buying it at this. So when I see a good deal, I drop it that right there. It's for people that, it's going to be a first come, first serve. If you get it, lucky you. It's going to be there for you. Those are the kind of value. And you'll be able to ask me a question as well, right there. And then for those people that have been asking, you want a one-on-one private consultation, you'll find it right there as well, where you want to get your own personalized wealth blueprint. The blueprint that's going to tell you about your finances, provide clarity session for you in terms of, okay, how do you do it, right? In the next 30 days, what should you do, right? Or in the next 90 days, right? Are you in debt? How do you clear this debt? Or you're struggling with your income. You don't know this 4 account system. How do you structure? By the time you are done, you have your own personalized wealth blueprint in your name. You have what you need to do in the next 30 days, what you need to do in the next 90 days. And if your goal is to, okay, you want to talk about real estate, there is that you can also do that and just spend is a 1 hour session dedicated to you, right? Anything you want to talk about, it's there. But if you just want a generalized session, right, about it's basically at the end of the exercise, we'll have your own personalized wealth blueprint. What is your income? What are your expenses? Where should you put your money? How should you invest? What should you do in the next 30 days? What should you do in the next 90 days, right? It's a whole clarity session, right? What are your goals in terms of retirement? What are your goals in terms of financial freedom? What is it when it comes to travels and all of those things? Those are things that we talk about, right? If you're like me that wants to travel the world, right? So you need to now look, okay, this is how much you put aside. So like a whole clarity session in that 1 hour. And then for the people that want a 90 days, you want a mentorship, right? You know that, okay, 1 hour is not going to be enough for you. One session is not going to be enough for you. Is not enough, right? You can do a whole mentorship. It's a 90 days mentorship program, which is 3 months, okay, is what it takes of handholding. You have 5 sessions of one-on-ones, right? You have it there. You have access to all of the pillars, right? All of the pillars for free. You have access to the books, and this is for people that are really serious. You are coachable because it's just going to be a handful of people because I wouldn't have time. Once I have the limit for the month, that's it, right? Because there's the limit to the number of people that I can coach or mentor because I'm creating millionaires like myself. So basically, it's called the $1 Million League, right? $1 Million League. How you can get to $1 million status in 10 years. So you have your own personalized blueprint to that journey, but it's going to be, you're walking through it. You want to buy your real estate in 90 days. That your 90 days right there for that window. There's a reason why you're doing it. And you're wondering, maybe you're just meeting me. Why should I do mentor? Why should I do all of this? I'm Dr. Lina. I'm Doctor of Business and Technology. I'm a Vice President of Technology. I'm a professor that teaches AI and deep learning in the college as well. I have been investing in the stock market. I'm a serial investor, investing in the stock market for the past almost 2 decades. I've been in corporate world for almost 2 decades. So that's why you hear me talk about careers, talk about how you can supplement your income. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio and also manage my own smart investing portfolio as well. So diversity across board. That's what I do, right? So I am just sharing the wealth of my knowledge, not just from academics, but also experiences. My losses, I've gone through eviction. I've lost close to like $100,000 in the stock market. And that's how I came about the smart investing, which had doubled, had increased, giving me hundreds of thousands of dollars since I switched right from investing in penny stock, day trading, and doing options trading. So that is my profile right there. I just help professionals turn their 9 to 5 into real wealth. If your goal is to build wealth, right? 9 to 5 is just paying your bills, right? I hope you know that. It's what you do with that 9 to 5. That is what helps you to build wealth. If that's your goal, welcome to the community. I am happy to be part of your journey, wealth building journey, because it's not about, when am I going to build wealth? No, it's a function of when are you going to? The only thing that step separates you from your success right now or your goal right now in terms of that $1 million status is just time. Time, right? Time is not all that it takes, but if you follow all of the steps, right, you will build wealth automatically. It's standard, right? You'll build wealth, okay? Because we talk about, oh, you know what? I don't have income. I don't know how to start with income. I don't know how to grow my income. Yes, I will tell you, I grew my own income by $30,000 13 years ago, moving from corporate finance career to technology without going back to college, without taking another college degree, not going into any debt, but just with simple less than $1,000. In 5 months, I was able to transition from finance to technology, and I built myself. A lot of my counterparts have not gotten rose to the level of a vice president. I have rose to the level of a vice president because of certain strategy that I use, and those are the things that I share as part of my mentorship, so that you can also learn the same thing, grow fast in your career. And so I did talk about income, right? It starts with your income. I talk about the second pillar as smart investing. The third pillar is real estate. The fourth pillar, I call it the financial fortress, right? Financial discipline, financial literacy, financial planning, right? Those three. Hey, Mr. Gregory, welcome here. That is the fourth pillar that I talk about. And of course, every of these things is built to one thing: financial freedom. I'm that well coach that talks about financial freedom, not money. Money is just a tool to get you to financial freedom. Ability to live life at your own time. And I talk about four types of wealth: your time wealth, living life at your own terms; your peace wealth, having peace of mind when it comes with your life, right? An holistic life. Then you also have your health wealth, eating right? Exercising, having your mental state, right? All of that. And the last one that we just focused on is investing, right? Asset, grow your wealth through investing. That is the last one that I talk about. Those are the four types of wealth. So if you are just chasing money, then you are doing it wrong. You need to chase all four. And that is what I do here. Money Talk with Dr. Lina is all about money wealth, right? But I also have Lifestyle with Dr. Lina that focuses on every other thing. So you can see, yes, I like to enjoy life. I like good things, right? And that is why that money is very important. It's not to oppress or impress anybody. It is basically to give me the life, live a life that is fulfilling, live a life of purpose, and enjoy life to the fullest, to what God has designed for me. That purpose, God created me. God did not create me here to come and start paying bills. No, that is not what I'm here for. There is something beyond just walking. No, there is something, right? I want to see the different chapters of books of the world. That's me. Yours might be you want to give back so much to the society. You want to bless, or want to promote the kingdom of your own. Might just be different purpose. Everybody has different purpose, to each their own. So but you need to figure that out, right? And you building wealth is just going to be a tool to enable that, right? And when I say, it means that you have to have good health, you have to be in a good mental state, you have to have right planning, right? You have to have the discipline, right? Delay the gratification so that you can save, such that you can build assets that would help you get your financial freedom. All right. So that's it right there. And as part of this, there will also be a wealth building academy and a mid-year reset in June. So April, we had the real estate. So I'm touching all of my pillars. April, we have the real estate. Next month, which is May, we're having the smart investing workshop, which is the second pillar. And then in June, we have the one that relates to income and the 4Fs, which is the academic, and we will go into the mid-year reset. We had the New Year reset in December, so we always do it a month before before January. So December we had mid-year reset, right? New Year reset in Shanti, welcome. Then in June we will have the mid-year reset, so that if you have not, it's for you to go back and think, what are those goals that you wanted to achieve when it comes to time wealth, peace wealth, health wealth, and all of those things, right? When you have that, what are those? What are those goals? Have you achieved them? If you have not achieved them, right, it's for you to force you and do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. We'll have actions every single day, So we'll have the wealth building academy, then we'll have the mid-year reset, right? When it comes to your wealth. And as part of the wealth building academy, I'm thinking of bringing, so that it's not just me teaching, thinking of bringing the experts. So like HR ed, Dr. Fufu, I've not spoken with her, but I know if I talk to her, she'll be here. Head of human resource in one of the top companies, a global company, but she heads Asia, right? Asia. And then I'm also thinking of for people that want to move, change career, or you want to increase your income, and thinking of them bringing like Dr. O. Dr. O. I have two Dr. O's. One Dr. O that is a director of cybersecurity, also teaches AI cybersecurity, is a doctor of technology as well. And the other Dr. O is a lectures in 7 universities or 6 universities. Also has her own private practice when it comes to psychology, counseling, and all of that. So hopefully, I mean, she's always willing to come here to join, so that you can also have varieties, right? And just all of those people, and maybe we'll have somebody that would for social media space as well, just to see. Hopefully, all of them are able to confirm for. So we will have a whole building academy. So by the time you're done, you know that you are the reason you met me. Then if you still do not build wealth after, you know you are the reason why you did not build wealth. You know, okay? Because God brought it your way, but it depends on how you use it, because these are going to be free resources that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. And these are things that will make you get into all of these things that I'm teaching. That's how I got to a multi-million dollar status. Multi-million dollar startup. Everything I'm teaching right now, I'm not just holding anything back. That's how I got into multi-million dollar startup. So for the few people that want to get the mentorship, right? Right, know that that's what you're getting. You're getting this everything, but it's going to hand holding execution. Mr. Gregory, hello, my friend. How can I sign up for the workshop? Mr. Gregory, come on, he's here. Let's see. Right here on you see it here, and for every other person, you see it here. Click on inestu.me, click on open anyway, and those on YouTube, you find the same thing as well on my bio on YouTube and on Instagram as well. You find it. So you click here, you find it right here. Click on it, and so for everyone that is here that want to register, I'll give you 2 minutes. You can step out, go and do the registration so you don't forget, right? Or if you have any issues, so that I can help you right now. Like I said, it's free, but the seats are getting very tiny. Just few slots left. Yeah. So give you a few minutes. You can step away and come back. A few minutes. If you have any issues, let me know. Right now that I'm here on live, it's May the 2nd, 12 noon Central Time. Okay. You register for it's a workshop, it's not a class. So you've been waiting on the sideline. I don't know how to get started and all of that. This is your opportunity. It's a workshop, not a class. So be ready to be there, and not just be ready, not just be there, be present. Come with your laptop, right? To come and execute, right? To come execute. All right. So I'll give it a few minutes, another 3 minutes, and we'll just wrap up the live. Another 3 minutes. And for those that are joining, today we talk about smart investing, a thin line between if you don't invest your money, you're just saving it, you are losing it to inflation. But if you invest in the stock market, you could lose your money, right? But then the thin line where you put your money, right? That thin line where you put your money, it grows, right? With track record of 30, 40 years, which the multimillionaires and the billionaires uses. That is what we're talking about. Maybe you've heard about ETF, you've heard about S&P 500. That's what it is, right? But this is going to help you execute. So step out, go and get your registration done. I'll give you a few minutes so you get it done. For the real estate bootcamp as well, go ahead and get that one as well. Real estate, this is a whole program. It's a wealth program, right? How you buy your property in 90 days. 90 days, right? And then you still have access to me right after. You have access to deals that you're getting, which is almost another 40 to 60%, 60,000 value. Because if you are If you are buying a property of 200, 300,000 and you are buying it for $240,000 because you're buying it at a discount, that is it. That is 60,000, and then you get some tax benefit. And as a matter of fact, anything that you purchased, anything that you make purchase of, you can claim it as part of your professional fee for your taxes. I just told people I got over 20,000. That's what I got in when after filing my taxes. Why? Right? Even with a VP salary, even with a what's it called? With a professor like lecturing income and all of that, I still got tons of money back. Right? How much do you pay to charge for class? Which class? It depends. You'll find everything right here. You find it. See, all of the prices are here. For the smart investing workshop is $0. That is, like I said, it's $0. It doesn't cost you anything. It just costs you registration. It just costs you 2 minutes. Step away, go register. Basically, that's what that costs you, right? And be there, be present. Not just register, be there and be present, right? Come with your laptop, register, get your brokerage account open. So it's free. But every other one, you'll find that if you have the cost, right? The real estate, if you're talking about real estate, buy your renter in 90 days. You'll find it right there. Just go in there. If you want me to show you, I can show you right there again. Right now is at a 50% discount. By it's going to go back to it's going to go back to the full price in the month of May. Full price. So if you want to get it, you should get it. If you want to invest in real estate, you need to get it. Otherwise, you're going to lose money, right? It's from start to finish. How to identify your property? How do you know this is a good deal under 5 minutes? In under 5 minutes, right? And then how do you, up until the entire financing process, how do you finance without and with zero down payment, right? How do you do it with close to zero down payment? How do you finance? The 5 C's of credit, what are they? Coach, thank you for following. You haven't followed since? Like, seriously? But thank you so much for the follow, right? Go and say, you're learning and you're one. What's my profile? I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. Own and manage. Emphasis on manage. So you see property management. When I started investing close to 14 years ago in the real estate, what I paid $1,000. I didn't only got how to know a deal. That's what I did. You thought you did before. Okay, but now you did, right? Now you did. Okay, follow and I paid $1,000. That's because I just lost $100,000 in the stock market. So I did not want to lose the kids' money because I only got into real estate because I turned, instead of doing 5 to 9, we started funding the kids' education through real estate, using real estate to fund the kids' education, buying houses and doing that. But we have scaled to double digits, after the kids, we started scaling to real estate because it was helping us with our taxes. It was helping us with our taxes. It was helping us grow our wealth as well. Built us multi-million, right there. So right now I'm doing it just so I want to make sure that you take it serious. That's why you see that price. I can as well just give it for free, right? I do, and I always say that if money is the problem, send me a DM, right? Send me a DM and we would figure it out. If money is a problem, send me a DM and you can always get it. So right now it's at 50%. Once we move into May, by May 1st, it goes back to the full price. So get it while it's still at 60%, 50% discount. The other day it was at 70% discount or 80% discount. I told people it's going to go back to 50, it's going to increase. But now people are still buying it, because it is worth more than that. It is worth more than that, okay? And then if you want a one-on-one, you want a personalized one for you, right? You want a one-on-one, just so either to talk real estate, either you want your own personalized wealth blueprint, you can get the consultation session. And you want hand holding for 90 days. Can you pin the website? Which website? Let me show you. I don't know how to pin that. See, I've just been in this social media space for a little bit, so I don't know. See, it's nestu.me. How do you even type? If anybody can show me, I'm not sure, but it's nestu.me. How do you do that? Let's see. I see people put Draw and guess. How do you do that? But you can just step out, I mean, and just, that's more important than, okay, let me put it, is it, not bored. Okay, so let me see. All right, I think, let's see, because I've been meaning to understand this one too. Or if there's anybody that knows how to do it, mine is to teach about finance, not how do I put it up there? Oh, okay, right here. So let me see, it's nesthuge.me. Okay, all right. So I think did I, I hope I did it. Yeah, we keep trying things every day. All right. So is it showing? So right there, nestU.me, but you can just step out and go and get yours registered. So you find it on my landing page right here. If you click on it, you'd see it, click on it, and it's going to take you. Open anyway, you see it all here. This is the mentorship. That's a 90 days mentorship. You would also find the smart investing workshop. This is the one that is free, and that's the live class for the smart workshop. This is the real estate. If you're asking, that's a boot camp. And of course, that's my, in case you don't know, I'm also an author. That is the Wealth Blueprint, a path to financial freedom. And of course, this is the one-on-one consultation. All right. All right. All right. Okay, okay. So, well, I'm wrapping up. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you've learned one or two things. And for those that have claimed their seat, for those that made all of the purchases, congratulations to you on your wealth building journey, right? This is your word. I tell you, right? It's going to be nothing compared to the wealth that you're building, right? Make sure that for every purchase that you make, keep your receipt, right? Keep your receipt and claim it as part of your taxes under professional fees next year. For those people that buy real estate this year, use it to claim it so it's the $0 to you, right? Because under professional fees, you will claim it, okay? Okay, either you bought the mentorship, you bought the one-on-one consultation, you get the real estate boot camp, you get those receipts and you can use it to claim as for taxes next year. Okay, all right, perfect, perfect. All right, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and my IG. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. I'm the same thing on. I always emphasize the YouTube because, right, you have so many free resources right there, right? These are long form videos that you have, right? Right there for you that you can actually take your time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes of your time. You can watch it. See, this is the VOO QQSCH, the question that you have right there. How to buy a property in 90 days. Not 90 days. Just to give you an idea. This is just like a summary. It's like 5 minutes. It's not like the bootcamp that goes all the way in depth. You would find it right there. And while you're at it, subscribe. Okay? Subscribe. Okay? All right. Thank you, everyone. Any question before I wrap up? Any question? Any question? Perfect, perfect. Well, it's 12 midnight on a Friday night. You are absolutely the champ, right? Absolutely champ. Being here and doing something about your wealth, that is your first journey, right? First journey to financial freedom because you are genuinely intentional. You genuinely interested in building wealth for yourself. All right. I love you so much, and ensure that your thank you so much for all the like. Ensure that your money is working harder than you do. Great, great. Thank you so much. All right. Well, have a good one and have a great evening. Bye.
Your broken heart still burns with love. You're breathing the life you thought you would have, but you're shining through what once was black. Every crack now floods with light. You are brighter than the night. You're not who you planned, but you're becoming. Your heart keeps rising, keeps loving. You're grieving the life you thought you would have. You're free at last. You won't look back. You're learning to dance with what you have. You're learning to love.
All right, guys. Bye.